Good morning, students. We will discuss about how to compare different countries or state. Okay, as we are studying our first chapter of economics, that is development. So we talk about the introduction of the chapter and meaning of the development, as we discuss that different people have different development goal. Okay, so how to compare different countries, that how we can say that USA is more developed than India and India is less developed compared to UK, USA, Japan. Okay, so how we can compare? So you might ask if development can mean different things. Okay, how come some countries are generally called developed and other underdeveloped? Okay, as we talk when about the countries in the world, then we divided mainly country in three categories. First category is of developed countries. Second is of developing, means those countries which are in the process of development, and underdeveloped, okay, which are yet not started the process of development, means they are underdeveloped countries. So developed countries, developing or underdeveloped countries. When we compare different things, they could might have similarities as well as differences. Okay, so when we compare different things, they could have similarity as well as differences. Okay, so when we compare, for example, when we compare India with developed country like Japan, then there can be some similarities between India and Japan, or India or Russia, but there also some differences. Okay, which aspect do we use to compare them? Which aspect means what criteria that we use to compare? Let us look at the student in class itself. So for example, we are comparing only student when we see at a small scale. Then in class, how we compare student in the class, that which student is more intelligent, which is less intelligent, which students are average. So how do we compare different students? They differ in their height, health, talent and interest. Obviously everyone having unique feature, we can say. Okay, student vary in their height, they have different height, different health and talent or interest. The healthiest student may not be the most studious one, that it is not compulsory. The student who is healthy, he must be very studious, means वो study बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ने वाला होएगा, that is not compulsory. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest one. So जो सबसे intelligent बच्चा है वो frank भी हो सबके साथ, that is also not compulsory, वो भी ज़रूरी नहीं है. So how do we compare student? Okay, तो हम बच्चों को कैसे compare करते हैं students को? The criteria we may use depend on the purpose of comparison. So which criteria should we use? That will depend on the purpose of comparison. Means if we our purpose is to find out the tallest student in the class, then we will compare the student on the basis of the height, and healthier student, then on the basis of height we will compare the student. Okay, so our criteria will depend on our purpose, that for what purpose we are comparing the students. We use different criteria to choose a sports team. For example, if there is a sports meet and a sports team is selected, so there are different criteria. A debate team, a music team, or a team to organize a picnic. So जिस मान लो हमें स्पोर्ट्स टीम को फाइनलाइज करना है, तो स्पोर्ट्स स्टूडेंट्स को ढूंढने के लिए हमें जो क्राइटेरिया अपनाने पड़ते हैं, वी यूज़, that is not compulsory. We should use in debate team also and in music team also. Why? Because these things are different. Debate is different from the sports, and music is also different from the sports. So one student can be best in the sports, but it is not compulsory that he also will be best in music also. He can be, but that is not compulsory that he must have both the qualities. Okay, So different criteria is used on for the different purpose, or a team to organize a picnic. Still, if for the some purpose we have to choose the criteria for all round progress of the children in the class, how shall we do it? Or if we want to know the all round progress of the student, then we have the different things to compare the student. So usually we take one or more important characteristics of the person and compare them based on these characteristics. So we cannot take all the characteristics. We take some important one or two and we compare on the basis of that. Of course, there can be difference about what are important characteristics that should form the basis of comparison. Friendliness, spirit of cooperation, creativity or marks scored. सो दिस इज़ ट्रू ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. लाइक हम स्टूडेंट्स को जब कंपेयर कर रहे हैं क्लास में, तो हम ले सकते हैं कि बच्चा कितना फ्रेंडली है, स्टूडेंट्स कितने फ्रेंडली है क्लास में, कोऑपरेशन की कितनी उसके अंदर है, ठीक है, देन क्रिएटिविटी और कितने मार्क्स आए हैं. तो दीज क्राइटेरिया कैन बी टेकन. ओके, सो दिस इज ट्रू ऑफ डेवलपमेंट टू फॉर कंपेयरिंग. अगर हम वही बात डेवलपमेंट के वे में देखें, so this is true for the development also. For comparing countries, their income is considered to be one of the most important attribute. Okay, so for the developed or underdeveloped countries, or we can say that to see that which country or state is developed, so we take the income criteria. Okay, countries with higher income are more developed, okay, than other with less income. So with the country which is having more higher income, that is considered developed countries, and countries with less income are considered less developed. This is based on the understanding that more income means more of all things that human being need. Okay, it means more income, it means more the facilities the people have. Whatever people like and should have, they will be able to get with greater income. So higher income means the people, whatever they need, they can purchase it with the money income. So greater income itself is considered to be one of the important goal. So why income is considered? Because it is said that by income a person can need anything, whatever he need. Okay, so money is not everything, but it is something, or we can say it play a very important role in our life. Okay, so with higher income means higher facilities the people having. So when we compare on the basis of income, so higher income countries are said developed and less income countries are said less developed countries. So what is the income of a country? Okay, means income of the country is that the income of all the residents of that country. So that gives us the total income of a country. Okay, means income, when we say that income of a country, the countries which have higher income, they are developed countries, and countries which have less income, they are less developed countries. Okay, so the income of a country, we mean that the income of all the residents of that particular country. Okay, so it is total income of a country. So however, the comparison between countries' total income is not such an useful measure, since countries have different population. Okay, comparing total income will not tell us what an average person is like to earn. If we take the total income of a country, so that will not give us the exact data. Okay, why? Because total income do not tell us about that how much an average people earn in the country. So are people in one country better off than other in different country? Hence we compare the average income, which is the total income of the country. So what measure is taken to compare the country development? We take the average income. Okay, so what is the average income? Average income, we mean the total income that is divided by the total population of that country. So the average income that we calculate, on the basis of that we compare the country developed or less developed. Okay, so that is also called per capita income. Okay, So how we compare the country on the basis of income? So do we take the total income or average income? We use average income. And how we calculate average income? Total income of the country is divided by total population of the country. Okay. So in World Development Report, what by the World Bank, so Development Report is given by the World Bank, and that used criteria classifying the country, that which country is more developed and which country is less developed. So World Bank decide the criteria of the country, that which country have higher, which country is developed and less developed. That criteria of average income is given by World Bank, that give World Development Report. Okay. So if we see the country which are having higher income, they are having more than 14,000 per capita income. Okay. And the low income countries having more than less than 14,000, or we can say 12,000. Okay. So if we see in dollar term, then World Bank give that the country which are earning $125, more than 125, they are in developed categories, and the country earning less than $125, they are underdeveloped countries. Okay. So the rich country, excluding countries of Middle East and certain other small countries, are generally called developed countries. Okay. So students, we have discussed about that how to compare different country or state. So mainly countries are compared on the basis of average income. And how we calculate average income? We calculate average income is equal to total income of the country divided by total population of that country. Okay. So watch the video and read this paragraph from your book. If you face any problem, any doubt, you are free to ask. Thank you.